It's 5 o'clock and you're on Struggle B. Scott. Today we're excited to have as our guest Andy McGee with the Northwest Missouri Bucks and Beards Outfitters. Man, thanks for being here today.
Absolutely, man. What an honor. I'm excited about it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into this thing. We're gonna talk about bucks, big bucks in Missouri. We're gonna talk about turkeys, hunting, what you plant, how y'all manage it. You know,
Absolutely.
Just kind of the region there and bucks in general. But before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Check us out on Spotify and Rumble, and don't miss anything. And this is brought to you by Havoc Boats. So let's dive right into it. How's your trip over here?
It was good. It's humid and it's hot right now. It's hard to think about whitetail unless you're obsessed with it, which I am. So
yeah, the summer's coming.
It is. I feel like it's already here. I'm a big boy, so I sweat when it's 70. So
it's hard.
91's rough.
It's hard on big people, isn't it?
It's rough, you know.
Yeah,
but
it is.
somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to eat the biscuit.
It's like early bow season though. When bow season comes, I promise you, it is the most miserable time of year to be hanging off in a tree. But I find myself there on opening morning every single time doing it.
How many times do you hear your buddies say, "I'm not fighting those mosquitoes," and every opening day they're out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's easier to pattern a deer early in the season.
Sure.
You know.
And mosquitoes.
Oh, absolutely. You know they're going to be there.
You know right where they're going to be. For
absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, the bucks at that time of year, you know, they're coming out of their velvet and they're on a pattern.
Yeah.
If you get them in daylight, there's a good chance you can make a play on them.
Yeah. You get them in daylight in the afternoon, get them on some clover.
Yeah.
You got a really good
you're
chance.
looking for that one daylight picture.
Yeah.
And as soon as he shows up, you're like, okay, got to go.
Yeah.
And within the next couple of days, you'll kill that deer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If he comes in daylight.
So up there in Missouri, when does the season start?
So it starts September 15th.
September
Of
15th?
every year. Mm-hmm. And
It's hot.
It is hot. It is hot. But, you know, and most of them are out of velvet, but we have had a few that are still in velvet, you know, mid-September.
Really?
But most of them are already out of velvet, but they're still bachelor grouped up, you know. We typically don't try to hunt much in the mornings that time of year because we're normally hitting clover plots or corners of bean fields, pattern them, you know.
Yeah.
Have already ran cameras and try to get on that evening, that bed to feed movement. But it's a really great time to hunt. A lot of guys overlook that. They want the rut in the Midwest, but early bow season can be awesome on a bigger deer.
Yeah, I don't like the rut very much. I mean, I don't like hunting the rut. To me, it's harder to kill the deer.
Absolutely.
Especially for a bow hunter.
If I will say this, if you're wanting to go out of state and experience the Midwest and experience it, go in the rut.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to go and kill, go either with a rifle or go late season or early season where you can get them on a pattern. Because when they're in the rut, there is no pattern up there. They're running everywhere.
Now, you might see a big buck, but if that doe don't come right by your stand, I mean, your chances of killing that buck is very slim.
Oh, yeah. You got guys that hunt the week before rifle season with a bow, and they're on a farm. We've got them on a big deer. They're seeing him every day out of bow range. And then the very next weekend, a rifle hunter comes in, and he's there one day and does what that guy tried to do for the whole week.
Yeah.
Right.
So
bow hunting's a challenge.
it is.
It gets harder as the season progresses.
Yeah.
Until the very end.
I think shooting the bow is the easiest part.
It is.
I think getting the animal within range is the hard part.
I mean, how many times did we in Illinois last year did we see a big buck, make moves on a big buck, and just couldn't get the job done just because either we were too far away or just didn't work out?
Several times we've seen good quality deer and we just couldn't get a shot. And Daniel went with us last year, filmed a little bit, and that was fun. You know, we talked more when it was hunting. But we had a good time.
A lot of guys are switching, you know, in their mind, they went up there and experienced it with a compound bow. They're out of bow range, 60, 70 yards. Well, now they make these crossbows that will shoot 100 yards. I would not shoot at a deer at 100 yards with a bow.
Like the Raven?
But yeah, like the Raven crossbow. So now we see a lot of guys, because crossbows are legal in Missouri. We see a lot of guys come up there wanting to get that range, and then you run into bad shots because you might be able to shoot to 100 yards, but it needs to be standing still.
But it's hard to hold that. It's hard to hold those crossbows,
especially with the buck that you're after.
It is.
It's in front of you, your heart's pounding.
And a lot of guys are hunting out of a saddle.
Yeah,
it makes it even worse.
Yeah,
you know, something about the compound. You just get the anchor off really good.
Yeah.
The crossbow thing's hard. It's tough.
It is.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, if you're shooting off of a bench, that's one thing.
Yeah, or in a blind. Yeah,
or swinging from a tree, it's tough.
Yeah, that makes it difficult. But I mean, we have a lot of success with bow hunters. But most of the guys that come up there, they know what to expect. You know, I tell guys that's never been up there, you know, if you want to experience it and have a chance, to fill the tag, rifle season, late season muzzleloader is a great time. If you can stand the cold weather in northern Missouri, late season muzzleloader can be fantastic on a big deer because they're going to come eat when it's cold.
Yeah,
That's
definitely
right.
hit the food plots.
Absolutely.
So tell us about your geography there at the outfit. What kind of terrain is it?
It is mostly crops. We've got just under 12,000 acres that we manage there in Worth and Harrison County up in northern Missouri. We're about 10, 15 minutes from Iowa line. And I would say 80% of it is crops. A lot of big creek bottoms, ravines, cedars, big cedar thickets, kind of like you see out in Kansas and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of agriculture, soybeans, corn, and then obviously the farmers do that, and then we put in, turnips, wheat, and we do a lot of clover.
So y'all do a lot of planting pre-season.
We do.
What time of the year y'all start planting, getting ready for the deer season?
Well, we really never quit, but we're actually we've got guys out today. I was talking just earlier with them. They're putting out, refreshing all the mineral. We run a lot of mineral. We run over 200 trail cameras. So we've got right now, I think 180 some odd mineral sites that we got. We got to freshen those up, and they're planting clover right now.
So how many acres do you guys hunt?
Just under 12,000.
Oh wow! So y'all got a pretty good place.
Yeah,
it's all lease property.
Some of it we own. It's all private, local farmers that we've leased and have contracts with them for a number of years.
I got you.
And the farmers are happy to have y'all.
Oh, they love it. They love seeing that business come in because the deer, you wipe their crops out. I've scouted a field in late season up there after rifle season and counted over 100 deer in one cornfield. They will obliterate, and the turkeys will obliterate their soybeans when they plant them too. So they like for us to take people in there and kill them.
You guys kill big turkeys?
Yeah. What we had this last year, we fought rain really bad this past spring, but we still killed a number of them. I would say the average bird up there probably 24 to 26 pounds. Average bird. We've seen some go over 27, but that's about average.
That's a pretty good bird.
Oh yeah.
Bird.
Yeah. I tell them they look like water turkeys. You see the ones here, they're like 18 pounds. And out there, they look like an ostrich walking out there across the field, man.
Big old swelled up bird.
Big old bird. A lot easier to hit, for sure.
They have a lot of, you guys got a lot of food.
Tons of food.
Mean, down here in Arkansas, we just got pine thickets.
Pine thickets. And that's another challenge, like especially when we go talking about bow hunting.
Yeah.
When it's all pine thickets, it's all the same. You can't really narrow down where they're at. But like if you're in like an agriculture area where you got wood lines breaking it up, well, if you don't see the deer in the field,
right,
there's only a limited amount of places that they could be.
Yeah. Well, and you think about it. So you think in the South, it's pine plantation. It's thick. You can't see 50 yards unless you make a shooting lane, right?
Right.
Well, you putting the feed in the thicket and hoping they come to it. Well, there, it's not as dense. So, Arkansas has a number of deer, a lot of deer.
Absolutely.
Per square mile, it may even match a lot of the counties up there. But the difference is you have a 500-acre farm and 350 acres of it is cornfield.
Right.
So the deer are going to go to the feed, which is out in the wide open. So that's how you get to see them. And that's where us guides are successful, is scouting, glassing, hours and hours of glassing and seeing where they're coming out and then going and hanging a set and putting somebody in there.
It's definitely it's definitely a different style of hunting.
It is.
And it is down south where we're at.
I call it hunting here and killing there. Because you do a lot of hunting here, and up there we don't mess around. We're going to kill.
You are 100% right about that.
Well, obviously you guys do your homework,
Yeah, we do, and it takes a lot of people to do something like that. We've got 4 lodges, so you've got.
So you guys got
crews.
a pretty big outfit on.
It's a pretty big outfit. Yeah. Look us up on the web. It's growing. We used to do some stuff in Iowa, just over the line, but it is so hard, to make it. The quality to be there, traveling back and forth. So we quit doing that a few years ago, just because guys, they invest a lot of money and you don't get drawn, out that money.
So I mean, is this all you do is guide?
Well, half of the year, yeah.
Okay, so what do you do?
So I work with my brother-in-law. We do residential heating and air in Central Arkansas. I grew up in Arkansas. I live just outside of Central Arkansas, just off the Arkansas River. Funny story is I actually started about 8 years ago as a client for Northwest Missouri Outfitters. Went up there. We used to go up there and hunt every year, and became really good friends with the owner. And about 5 years ago, I messed up and tagged out on my first day of like a 6-day bow hunt. And they messed up. They let a redneck ride with them to go recover deer and track deer, because I was bored to death, and I rode with other guys, so I couldn't go home.
Hey, you're trapped there.
Bro, I
No
was
tags.
trapped. I was trapped. But they was like, man, you can track deer, and I was like, dude, where we come from, your hands and knees and pine needles looking for blood.
Yeah.
This is easy up here, you know.
Yeah.
So it worked into a really close friendship, and made a lot of friends up there. And then that next year, they asked me to come back, and it's been off to the races ever since. I don't even get to hunt no more up there. Now when I go, it's to work. So it's kind of bittersweet.
Oh, I guarantee it is.
But, yeah.
How many bucks per year you think y'all take off that 12,000 acres?
Man, you know, we don't take a lot when you look at, 12,000 acres.
Right.
You know, like we had about 8,000 acres of our land last year that we did not even rifle hunt. We try to flip it, you know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you really, like, you don't want to pound 12,000 acres all rifle season, because it'll deplete your herd, for the following year. But we probably, I think the first week of rifle season, I think we killed 30 to 35 bucks, over Pope and Young.
Really?
Probably, yeah. And
that's pretty good though.
yeah, that's pretty good. But we're really picky on that. We've got 8 points, 125-inch minimum, and then 9 point and up is 140 minimum. So
you guys hunt with your clients, or do you just put your clients in the stand and you give them pictures, or how's it work?
Turkey hunting, we hunt with them.
Okay,
turkey hunting. But whitetail, typically what I do as a guide, every guy does it different, but for the most part, I know my clients that are coming in for the week. I know when they're going to be there. I try to start scouting those farms about 2 or 3 days prior to them getting there on top of the trail camera. So I go out, sit. The deer up there do not care about a vehicle. You could drive out in the middle of a cut cornfield and sit there, and at dark, the deer just come around you, because I think you're a farmer.
Yeah.
So spend a lot of time glassing and looking, and sometimes they're coming out. Rifle season's easier to guide, in my opinion, because if he's coming out within 300 yards of where the box blind is, he's dead, right?
Right.
But bow hunting, you really have to pinpoint the tree, the crossing, and then try to get all that information.
And play the wind.
Play the wind. The wind's a big deal up there, right? You get down in those big ravines that start swirling real bad. So it really is a challenge for a guide in bow season, because you got to really get that guy in there within 40 yards, and and you've only got 5 days to do it.
Right.
Like it takes me all year long to kill a 115-inch 8 point in Arkansas.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
So, I mean,
that's if you see one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's if. That doesn't happen all the time.
Well, a lot of times you just don't know what's there.
Oh, absolutely not.
And you might be hunting an area that might have a lot of pictures, but you don't know where they're hanging out.
Yeah. Up there, you could pour mineral out, 300-acre farm, put 2 mineral sites out, start running camera in July, and you get a picture of every buck on that farm.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Makes sense.
Here, how many times do you go and hunt a spot for a specific deer, and one bigger than that come in with it that's been walking behind the camera all season?
Right.
So it's a different world. I hope it's something that everybody one day gets to experience, because it's what you see on TV.
And y'all have a pretty good success ratio?
We do. We have about a 80 to 85% success rate during rifle season, and I would say opportunities over 85% during bow, but it's got to come in range, for the kill percentage to go up. But yeah. Well, we're very successful, but it's a testament to all the hard work. It never stops.
Do you make your clients shoot and qualify before they get in the buck stand with the rifles?
No, we don't. We've talked about that in the past, but to be honest with you, contrary to popular belief, we don't have a lot of issues.
Right.
You have to remember that these guys are good old redneck, blue collar.
So most of these
men like
guys
us that's hunted their whole life.
Okay, I got you.
Now you have a few. You'll have a few, and it's kind of.
Are they honest with you when they get there? They're like, hey, I never.
For the most part.
Never shot a buck.
For the most part.
Do you ever see people that you're like, I don't know about him?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know about that guy.
We have stories. Oh, my goodness.
I imagine. I didn't want to come out and
They make you nervous, bro.
Yeah, you're like, come on, don't shoot him in the leg. Don't shoot him in the leg.
No, I've had some before where I've told my boss, I'm like, look, everybody's going to unload their gun and put it in the front seat when they get in the back seat of my truck.
Yeah.
Like I've had them do, hey guys, go ahead and unload your weapon. Let's put them all up front. That way nothing gets bumped. That's what I tell them. Yeah. But it's really because I didn't want to get my leg shot off.
Yeah, because it could happen.
Well, you don't know these people. You kind of size it. Like, look, somebody comes from Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana. You can see it in their eyes when they pull up, dude. They've been killing stuff since they was 7 years old.
They could crawl.
Bro, they're there to kill. Right. You can just look at. If a guy shows up and he's in a Z71, and he's got 3 different brands of camo on with a 30-06. He's gonna kill something.
Right.
It's happening.
Yeah.
And those are my favorite kind. That's the guy. He's worked all year long, saved up his money. It's the hunt of a lifetime. Those are the ones that are very rewarding when you end up killing one.
I don't want to disappoint you, but when we show up, our stuff's going to match.
Well,
we were out of that. We're out of that stage.
But
that was us, like probably 3 years ago.
It's a blessing to be out of that stage.
Yeah,
but
our stuff's going to match.
Hey, the redneck will never leave you though.
No.
I can see it in y'all's eyes right now. Y'all ain't afraid to kill one.
No, we enjoy hunting. We enjoy hunting. My wife loves to pull the trigger.
She's a little bit more successful than we are.
Well, don't tell her about it.
I will say that though.
Way more patient we are. Like, come on, guys, you could have waited for 1:30.
She lets us know.
We were excited.
That's what I see a lot. A lot of guys that it's really funny that you was talking about earlier about lying to you about it.
Yeah.
Well, these guys, and oh my goodness, I would never tell them, but they'll show you pictures like the night before we're going to take them out to rifle hunt. Yeah, I killed a 140, and what people in the South think is a 140-inch deer is about a 125-inch deer.
Right.
And it's typically just because of the size of the body.
Well, they just don't know. I mean, they don't
know.
They haven't killed a quality deer like that.
Yeah.
And, we haven't either. I mean, we've killed some good deer, but
nothing like
you go up to Illinois, up north,
Yeah.
like where you're at. I mean,
Yeah.
you see a 160, 170. You're like, holy shit! I didn't know
It
that
looks like a
was that
rocking
big.
chair.
I mean, that thing is
300-pound
huge.
body.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
It's like like whoa.
We had a management hunt where we went out and had to harvest some does, and field dress, the average doe is 150 to 160 pounds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's wild.
That's pretty big.
That's big.
So what's y'all's doe to buck ratio, and how do y'all keep it? Like you said, you have to go out and shoot does, every year or whatever. But what is the ratio?
Well, I would be lying to you if I told you that if I knew the exact ratio. But I will tell you this: when you are outfitting, and what does everybody focus on when they come up there? Killing a buck.
Big buck.
So it is very difficult to keep that buck and doe ratio down. You have to almost entice the hunters. The best time we get to kill does is when a guy tags out early.
Yeah,
because he's bored. So you go, hey man, go whack a couple does.
Well, people don't want to kill does. I mean, we
No.
see it here. We see it here.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's everywhere.
we'll have a little family meeting and in the morning. It's okay, guys, let's kill some does. Well, we get up there and my wife's like, hey, I seen 3 does. I'm like, okay,
Why didn't you shoot?
shooting?
Why did you shoot one time?
Babe, it is doe day.
One time she was passing does in the doe season.
Doe season.
And we're like, you realize it's a doe season? She's like, I
You
know
can't
it's
shoot a
doe
buck.
season.
I mean, we're here to shoot a doe, babe, and there's a doe walks out, and it's actually doe season.
She's like, wasn't a big enough doe.
I think
It's in our blood, man.
they did that on purpose for people like you to pull the trigger.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that can be difficult in that part of the business, I guess.
But it's important.
It is so important. It's and another big important thing is getting those guys to feel comfortable on what a mature deer is to harvest. Obviously to keep them out of trouble. Like there's a fine for shooting a small deer, or just simply if you're planning on coming back, you want to save it for the other guy and for next year. Shooting 2-year-old 8-point up there on a 300-acre farm is detrimental to the herd management, man.
And it's a business too. You guys are running a business,
Sure,
right?
absolutely.
So if I was running a business, I would be like, okay, is this guy going to be satisfied with the 130, or do I have to really give him the 160?
That's where communication comes in. You got to really talk to them and know.
You're like,
And most of them that come in and they say every time we've got a little deal, but they say, man, I'm looking for a 160 or better.
Yeah. He'll settle for a 130 or
The
140?
first 135 walks by, he downs it.
Yeah, right.
The first one.
I figured something was like that.
I think they want us to think that they,
Are they just like beating on their chest a little bit? They're trying to like earn a little bit of street cred?
I'm sure some do, but I really think it's they're trying to fill us out too.
Yeah.
It might just be a man ego thing. You're like,
Yeah.
hey,
It could be.
Like nobody wants to walk up and be like, I kill small deer.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
small
they
bucks.
never show us pictures. Hey man, I killed one at home, man. It was 80 inches. They're not going to do that.
it's so funny.
It is. We laugh.
It has to be an ego
It's
thing.
hilarious. Has to be an ego thing.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't roll up and show you an 85-inch deer.
Yeah.
I mean, the first thing I do when I roll with a bunch of guys is like, hey, I can do this.
Yeah.
You ain't telling me something.
Well, we have orientation, like rifle season orientation is the most fun because we have deer like skulls that we've had scored that we found deadheads or whatever, and like 130-inch 8-point, and then 110-inch 8-point, and I use that to kind of give them a waypoint of what to shoot and what not to shoot. And I had a guy one time, he had showed me all these pictures of these deer he killed, and the inches he was describing that they were not what the pictures depicted, right? And after the orientation, I showed him that, and he come up here and said, "Man, I never should have showed you them pictures." He said, "The one you kept saying don't shoot's all the ones I've killed."
Yeah.
So that helped him, you know.
Well, exactly. You get to educate them a
Yeah,
little bit,
sure.
and as your customers open up to you, they become a little more comfortable and honest about what their expectations are.
Yeah.
And it allows you to give them what they need.
Let me tell you this one story. We was talking about rifle hunters. State Highway Patrolman out of North Carolina comes down, real like hyper guy. He was so excited about coming. He comes. It's an hour before daylight, open morning rifle season. This guy, we're getting everybody's gear ready to go get in the truck. Like you got that feel like opening morning. It's cold, wind blowing. It's 20 degrees. He goes, he was one of my guys. He's like, "Andy, we got a problem." I said, "What's up?" And I was taking him to this spot. I'd videoed 2 deer over 140 pushing a small buck out of a field in the very field 2 days prior. Scouted. I knew there was one in there he'd kill. I was like, "What's up?" He said, "Man," he's like, "Dude, I forgot to buy my hunting license." Well, immediately the redneck was going to say, "All right, well, whatever. We'll just deal with it." And then the business side was like, "No, we got to have that," you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, "What do we do?" I had these other clients I had to take out. I couldn't run him to town. Town's 25 minutes away. So Cody, the guy that owns it, he's like, "Look, take your guys out. I'll run him up there. So that when he gets back, so just drive him out there." I'm like, it was one of the best spots. I take all my guys, come back. It's breaking daylight, opening morning rifle season. I call Cody. He's like, "Dude, we're getting it right now. We'd wait for the store to open. We're on our way." 30 minutes past daylight, dude. I'm cringing. And I'm sitting there thinking, how am I going to get out in the middle of this cut cornfield? There's a tire stand in the middle of this cut cornfield, watching these 2 draws that come up. How am I going to get this guy out there with them not knowing, these not spooking this farm out? You'd blow the whole farm out. I got in a side by side, put some hay bales on. I know it sounds crazy. Put some hay bales on her like I was a farmer going out to feed cows. And long story short, I popped him in there. We're driving out across there, and he'd never hunted with us before. And he's like, "Are you sure, man? I don't want to mess this spot up. Just come get me at noon." He's like, "I'll go somewhere else." He was kind of negligent about wanting to go because he didn't
he didn't want to mess it up.
Didn't want to mess it up. And I'm like, "Trust me, dude." I was like, "We're going to go." I was like, "I'm not even going to stop. I'm just going to slow, just roll, take my foot off the gas, open the door, just hop out right onto the ladder, climb up, and I'm going to just make a loop and just drive back out." So I did. He got up there. He was texting me. He's like, "I'm in there." 15 minutes later, I'm down the road out. I was trying to put my binoculars on. I fixed to go glass. I hear him shot from there. I'm like, "There's no way." He called and he's like, "Oh, you ain't going to believe it. You ain't going to believe it." You know the tip. You know that. Yeah. "You ain't going to believe it." I said, "What?" He was like, "Oh my God, it's the biggest deer I've seen in my life." I said, "Did you kill it?" "He's laying here dead." Went back over. There's a 153-inch mainframe 8-point.
Wow.
He was there 10 minutes. He come chasing a doe out of there. The doe never spooked. She was in the bottom of the cornfield when we was in there. We didn't know it at the time, but he was in the woods. She never spooked. She thought it was a farmer coming to feed the cows. He was in and out of there. He was sitting back having cold drinks, and everybody come in that night from freezing to death. And he's the only one that killed the first day.
Wow.
Man.
Incredible. So that just goes to show you're never out of the game up there in the Midwest in November.
Down but not out.
Down but not out. I guarantee you he will always remember that.
That's a good story, too.
That is. That's how it is supposed to go.
Yeah. He was like, "You're the greatest guide ever." I'm like, "Dude, you're the one that messed it up." Like,
Yeah, without you, it would be a good story.
I was like, without you, we wouldn't have had this 153-inch 8-point. It was incredible deer,
That is amazing.
Is that how it happens for you, B-Scott?
Never.
No.
Never. It never happens like that.
Like I said, I always say this every time this comes up. I'm a till the very end guy.
Yeah.
And then still not get it.
Yeah. Well, hey, I had a guy. This happens a lot. And I'll say a guy, but this happens a lot. You're in rifle season. If you're on a farm, you got a good deer in there, I'm going to try to put you on one. Mm-hmm. But day 2 or 3, the weather's not cooperating and he hadn't been killed yet. The guy starts getting nervous. He's like, well, you start second guessing where you put him. You start going, well, what I did with one guy is wherever I put him, I would go to the other end of the farm and I'd glass. I'd scout in my truck because it was like day 4. He had 1 day left. And I was getting nervous. All the guys in his group had killed, right? I knew there was a good deer on there. And I'm pulling up to scout the other end of this farm where there was an old pop-up with a double bull blind on it. We didn't hunt nobody in. It was grown up. We just didn't have a lot of activity down that end of this farm, some CRP. And I seen something out of the corner of my eye, and I looked, and down below the pond, below the stand, there was a doe shot out of there. She took out across the CRP, and behind her was a stud. I mean, as soon as I seen him at 250 yards, I was like, yep. That immediately I text this hunter. I said, I'm moving you. Well, he hadn't been over there but a couple of hours. And he was like, are you sure? I was like, I'm moving you. Get your stuff together. I drove over there, got this guy, picked him up, brought him back. 2 hours later, he killed the same one. She went back down here to bed behind that pond, killed it. Probably 145 inch 11 point. Making a move like that would have probably never happened had I not went over there and done my job and scouted.
Right.
You know,
Right.
He thought I was the greatest thing since sliced bread, but it was just putting in the effort, right, to get him on
the
that
judgment call. You know, you got to make a decision.
Yeah. Well, when I first started doing it, I would not make those gut calls, and it would cost the client. They didn't kill, or they didn't kill the one I wanted them to kill, or something like that. And so a couple years ago, I'm like, man, forget it. If it's in my gut, we're going with it.
Well, a lot of times you can ask your client too, like, what kind of hunter are you? Are you,
Yep.
you know, will you make changes, or you,
Yeah.
you know?
Do you want to roll the dice?
When we went to elk hunting, you know, we told our guide, I said, look, we're not normal people.
Right.
We'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah. And you have those.
Yeah, like, let's get our sleeping bags. Take us to the worst spot there is. We'll sleep in, you know, you're staying with us though.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, we'll come out here and we'll sleep out here.
Yeah.
You know, we want to kill something.
We're here to kill.
And
You can kind of
we don't-
gauge them.
yeah, we don't care about the lodge and all that fancy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want to stay in the woods and hunt, we will. You know, because we're here to kill, and we do that. Every time we go somewhere outstate, we'll hunt daylight to dark.
Yeah.
And we'll look for sign, and we'll fish our butts off. Even when we're fishing,
Yeah.
we go to Louisiana, Texas, wherever we're going fishing, we're fishing all day.
Sure.
You know,
And you look up like late in the evening, and you'll be like, I haven't eaten today.
Yeah.
I haven't. It's like I have not stopped fishing
because
since
it turns into a job. We're like, we got to kill something.
because you invested your whole day in it.
Well, yeah, and most of the time, the clients will come. You can tell. Like, there's always that client that likes the experience. He wants to get up and have breakfast. He wants to go out and hunt a few hours, have a good hunt. He wants to come back, right? Eat lunch, take a nap. We're talking middle of rifle season.
No, we're not like that.
No. It's not
Yeah.
us.
So, and so I ask them, my guys, like, hey guys, what do y'all like? Box stands? You want ladder stands? We try not to put people in ladder stands in the winter because it's cold. The wind's always blowing 20 mile an hour up here. But if there's a big deer in there, I've had clients from like, look, are you here for a long time or a good time? Like, do you want full 5 days? You want to go in and kill one and get out of this cold weather? And he's like, dude, I want to get in there. I was like, I want to kill one. I was like, all right. I was like, there's 2 young deer in there. I was like, you let these 2 deer walk. I was like, you ain't going to see a whole lot of deer, but when you do see one, he's going to be a good one. I was like, I'm about to go put you on this lock on. Dude, it was freezing. I said, if you promise not to cuss me out or leave a bad review, I said, you're going to kill a big deer.
Better than you.
Yeah.
I don't see no 2 stars. Of this
And yeah, there ain't no 2 stars. Took this gentleman in there. This was his first year with us. Took this gentleman in there, freezing cold. He saw a button buck and a 4-point the first day. The next day, he saw nothing. It was in a creek bottom, but I knew there was one in there. Third day, he kills 140+ inch deer, freezing his tail off on a lock on. And the other guys in his group that came was getting picked up at 10, 11 o'clock, going taking naps. And I think one of the other 4 guys killed. And that's a testament to his mindset when he went there. He's like, no, I'm here for a good time. I want to whack one and get out of here. And if you do that and don't guide the guide and let the guide help you, we're going to do everything we can to get you on one.
right.
But you may have to freeze. Now, he wore Sitka.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they say that Sitka's bad to the bone in cold weather.
It absolutely is if you buy the right stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
So
you buy the right gear.
But he I'm talking, this is daylight to dark. He was hunting 25 mile an hour winds, sleet and snow. This man's on the side of a tree in a creek bottom in a ditch, wind whipping down through there.
Mhm.
And he just trusted me.
Yeah.
And I just pulled care. I knew there was a big deer in there. It's just a matter of in the next 3 days, that deer was going to sneak down that ditch downwind of where all these does bed behind this pond, looking. And it's just a matter of time. And he
Well, you got
set
to
it
trust.
out.
You got to trust your guide.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we stare at them things. I look at so many trail cameras, I'm cross-eyed,
Yeah.
SD card stacked this high, and it gets, but
Here,
that's what makes it happen.
at the bow business, we hire the best we get, and we listen to them.
Absolutely.
So some things we're good at, sometimes we're not.
Yeah.
So we hire people that's good at something we're not,
Yeah.
and we
It's a lot
listen
of
to
fun.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it ain't my cup of tea, I have no room to speak of
If
anything.
you tell me I need to sit here,
You know,
for 24 hours
Yeah.
to kill a good buck, I won't sit there.
Hey, if I've had a guy show up and tells me how to hunt, and I've had a guy show up that's never been hunting before.
Mm-hmm.
We've had that.
Mm-hmm.
And I treat them both the same, but I can almost promise you the outcome is different because of the way they treated their mindset in the hunt.
Yeah, the way they treated you.
Yeah. You know, I'm not going to gar hole you. You know, everybody gets that fear. Oh, you're just gar holing me. You like this guy better. It's not about that. It's.
You actually had customers say that?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
They love that term gar hole. I guess that in the fishing world, that's if you go to a spot where there's gar everywhere, I guess, instead of crappie and bass. But yeah, don't gar hole me now. Is this a gar hole spot?
Why would they think you're putting them in a gar hole?
I'm thinking, no, but you keep it up, it might turn into one.
Yeah, no kidding.
But there's really no bad spot.
Yeah.
Northwest Missouri, there's not a bad spot. If the weather's right, you're going to see deer. You're going to get a chance at a good buck.
Chances are, if you're in a spot you don't see a lot of deer, the big one's there.
Every time.
Yeah. I mean,
Every
that's
time.
what I've noticed.
Yeah. I mean, big bucks don't like a bunch of does.
There was one spot in Illinois I hunted for 3 days, and I would only see 1 to maybe 2 deer a day.
Yeah.
The whole entire day, daylight to dark. But that deer was always a really, really good buck.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It follows that. Like, you get a lot of trail camera pictures of a lot of deer, and there's decent bucks in there, but your really big ones, they don't like being around all those other deer.
No.
They're going to stay off somewhere, and that's what I do. I'll go put the guy the first day where a lot of deer are. If that deer's not coming in there, I'm going to looking in them corners somewhere to try to find him.
Yeah.
So do you have on the property, the 12,000 acres, do you have like areas where you know, hey, this has been mature buck bedding area?
Yeah.
And there's a good chance there's mature bucks bedding here now.
Yeah. There's killing trees, killing stands where every single year the big ones, just for some reason they like to be there. There's certain spots on some of these farms where, depending on the time of the year, if there's a buck and he's tending a doe, he's going to go to that thicket almost every time, you know. So you can really pinpoint. In the rut, I have seen spots. I saw a father and son were hunting together on one stand, one day in the rut. Father kills a really nice, respectable buck that morning. We go in there, we get the deer out, we go back. He goes back and sits with his son, the same stand, the same day. That afternoon, his son kills one as big as one he killed. Wow. It's just, sometimes it's magical like that. You got a hot doe in there, and you just keep whacking them off of them. It's not like here. Here, you shoot a deer over a corn pile, and you're out there kicking the dirt over the blood, and got to wait 2 days before they start daylighting again, right? It's different up there.
You're so right about that.
It's so different.
Especially at turkey hunting.
Yeah.
I mean, they know you're there.
Turkey hunting's wild up there. Well, hey, we just had one. This is funny. So a tornado came through just west of a farm we were turkey hunting just a few weekends ago. I had a client out there. It's thundering and lightning. Every time it would thunder, these 2 longbirds I was trying to call up the edge of this fence line would gobble. We was out there watching them 150 yards. He's sitting there. Every time it thundered, he'd gobble. Oh. Well, I had already called up the day before. I think it was the same too. And my client was looking in the opposite direction. He tried to swing his gun. They seen him, took off. He was devastated. So I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. We're going to they're everywhere. There was like 7 strutters out there. We pulled 2 of them off of it. He's coming up. Well, it starts getting bad. Like, I'm looking at the radar. I've got this client sitting in front of me, dude. And I was like, respectfully, I've got to ask this guy. I'm like, sir? I was like, I ain't going to call by his name because he listens. He's going to know. I was like, you ready to go? He's like, I ain't going. He's like, I ain't leaving until I kill one. I was like, all right, sounds good. The tornado siren in the next town over, every time it would fire up, good turkey. Oh.
I think he's going to know who you're talking about.
He's going to know.
Yeah.
He was lightning. I said, look, man. I said, we fixing to get hit. I'm looking, the radar's like purple. We had this turkey.
Purple. It's bad.
They come in and say, oh, wait till the story. They was probably 65, 75 yards. It's pouring down rain. They're hammering. They're coming.
In a tornado warning.
I had to call him off. It starts hailing, quarter-size hail. This is how great the turkey hunting is.
This guy's definitely going to know who you're talking about.
100%. He's great. He's from Mississippi. He's hilarious.
Okay.
He's coming back to rifle hunt with us. Anyway, I'm like, look, bro, we bouncing. And we had a long walk out of there. We was in the far northwest corner of this farm. Dude, we're trucking and crying. I'm a big old dude. I ain't running nowhere, right? So I'm a fast walk.
Are you sure it's fast walk?
In my mind, it was. In my mind, it was in fast
I
forward.
don't think it's fast.
100 mile an hour, right?
He's moving.
Dude, I'm moving.
Got the train
Dude, it's
rolling.
pelting me. I can feel it stinging, pelting me, the hail. And I'm looking across this field, and I see the blind over there in the far other corner. And I try and look at him. I said, dude, we're going to that blind, take cover. Dude, we had to go to this blind, take cover. The wind, I was holding the blind down. The wind was blowing so hard. And we're talking 10 minutes prior to that, we had longbeards at 75 yards gobbling, pouring down rain. We had to end up calling somebody to come drive down there and get us out, like wild. He's like, you crazy joker. He said, I ain't never going to turkey hunt with you again. And he stopped and thought about it. He said, on second I am, he said, that's the best turkey hunt of my life. He said, back at home, he said, you can get one on a sunny day. He said, y'all had them gobbling in tornado sirens.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It's a good experience.
It was unbelievable. You'll never forget it.
I would love that turkey hunt.
Oh, it was incredible. You know, it stung, but hey, it's fun.
The worst, it's like every time we go fishing, every time we go hunting, it's always about the adventure.
Yeah, the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like the elk hunt. What's so cool about the elk hunts was we was in the middle of Hell's Mesa.
Oh, wow.
I mean, just the shittiest place we could have ever been in there.
Yeah.
It was the last hunt.
And we were
Last day, I mean.
we were out of water, you know.
Yeah.
And we were just camped there. We were just really taking a break.
Our cameraman got lost. He like to died.
He came walking up like 3 hours after I shot the bull. He
turned into a
he
rescue
came walking
mission.
up. Yeah,
Wow.
I would every once in a while he would get service, and I would be on the spot to get service because I was worried about him the whole time. I was like,
Yeah.
"Dude, where is he at?"
Yeah.
And I would call him, and he'd be like, "Hey, Mister, where you at?" And I'm like, "Dude, where are you at? Like, where are you at right now?" And he was like, "Man, I'm like 2 ridges over." And I'm like, "All right, let me see if you can hear me." And I'd be like, "Hey," and he'd be like, "I didn't hear it." I'm like, "Where the fuck are you at?
There's no way you're two
There's
ridges
no
over.
way you're 2 ridges away
Yeah.
right now."
That's
like,
hilarious.
I was like, I can hear myself echoing off of 8 mountains right now.
We're
and you
getting-
can't hear me?
we're getting worried.
I'm like, dude,
It's
we
getting
got
bad,
we got
yeah.
to send
We're like,
somebody in.
dude, you're a grown ass man. Where you at?
And he was
Yeah.
wearing Sika Fanatic pants, the fuzzy ones, the warm weather,
Yeah.
like the cold
And
weather.
it was like 80 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And he had a fanny pack for a backpack to travel light. So you know he didn't have no water or nothing.
Time he got there, we're like, "Where's your food and your water?" I said, "I ate it all."
He
I
said
"Why?" I thought I was gonna die.
He said it's
But he was serious. He was serious. He actually
That
thought
was his last meal.
that it was his last meal. He was scared.
he said
That's rough.
he said he
Yes.
got to a certain point where he's like, I can't walk no more. And he said he sat down
Yeah, he told us he couldn't
on the
walk
side of the
anymore.
mountain and he got his burrito out of his fanny pack and his last water. And he's like, I'm just gonna eat my burrito,
It's kind of emotional.
drink my water.
Yeah, he's like,
And then
"I can't walk anymore." I was like, "What do you mean you can't walk anymore? Get your ass up and come on."
Like, let's go. Yeah.
He's like, "I can't walk anymore. My
When
legs hurt."
when he got there, he like collapsed and like crawled under the shade bush that we were all like kind of sitting under. And then he's just like, oh, and the bull, we just shot the bull
Yeah.
like 3 hours earlier. So
Wow.
the bull's behind this bush. He didn't even know the bull was there. He didn't ask about the bull. He didn't say anything
He's
about
just trying
the
to
bull.
live.
He was just like, I
I'm
can't
like,
walk no more.
"Damn, dude, you should have sent a drone out.
Dude,
Stayed
that's
on top of
rough.
the ridge."
You got to
It
be
was
in
bad.
shape.
It was
that elk hunt.
It was bad. It was bad on him. I went down the hill too. by
Is this
the way.
public land?
Yeah.
It was in a canyon.
That's rough.
Then we found out what the Marines train there.
Special
Oh, nice.
forces train there for, extreme
Y'all sent this guy out.
We went down
extreme
we went
conditions.
down that damn thing.
Well, the guide found the
No.
bull. We was up on the top of the tallest mountain around this mesa, right? And we were
Ten-
scouting, and across the mesa, he sees this bull. He's miles away,
Last hunt, last day of the hunt.
and
Wow.
he looks at us like
We haven't killed.
like
him.
who's about it?
Yeah.
Because I mean it's a horrible walk.
I instantly made a really good decision. I said, "B Scott."
He points the finger.
He was
You're
going to shoot first.
I was
He
going
was going to shoot
I
first.
said, "This is B Scott's bull."
Yeah.
So he's like, "You ready?" I'm like, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
So me and the guy, we go. His name's Jared. We dropped down right there from where we were glassing. We had to go
straight
all
down. They
straight down.
slid down this canyon.
Y'all crazy.
and then go all the way across the mesa. And the camera guy, he went with us, so he dropped
Okay.
down right there too. But we slowly started separating, and he's like, "Just go, I'll catch up." And
Never
then it's
caught him.
and
Oh, no.
about I would say a mile into the walk, I look back and he's just gone.
I don't even know how you
I'm
all
like-
got that. I don't understand how you got there that fast. It was like within an hour.
Hey,
And it was such a long ways away. And it was up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
yeah,
Straight off the canyon.
It was the fact that it was like like last day.
I mean, they
It
got
was
there
like,
and
okay,
killed that
we
bull.
got to kill this bull. So
So
that's
that's
like go
elk
go.
hunting's some hard
Yeah.
work. You got to be in shape.
And I was up on the ridge watching it, and I could see I was watching the elk in the binos, and I hear the shot,
Yeah.
and just stood there. It's like, oh shit, he missed. Oh shit. Oh.
Yeah.
And Brian Jessen was with me, and Brian's like, does he normally miss? No. Holy shit. Then he shoots again, and I'm looking. It's like, damn,
Taking it.
he missed
This bull
again.
is
Just eating 'em.
taking it.
He missed
Cause
again.
I kept asking Jared. I was like, I think we might got a problem here.
He's not,
I think I just missed. And he's like,
Twice.
No. He's like, no, you got him good. I'm like, all right. And he's like, reload. So I'm reloading the muzzleloader. It's open sight muzzleloader.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm reloading the muzzleloader. I get and I'm slinging Slim Jims and shit out of my backpack everywhere. I got Slim Jims. I got cutie oranges everywhere. And I get the thing reloaded and I pull my my rim rod out and I'm like, my bullet's on the end of my rim rod. I'm like, oh shit, that's not good.
He's supposed to come back out.
So I shove it back. And Jared's like, what are you doing? Like, my guy's freaking out because he don't want this bull running around, you know, in the Hell's Mesa.
well, he had 4 or 5 customers missed before Beast.
Yeah. So
he gets a killer, you know.
So the follow-up shot, I pull my bullet and it's on the end of my rim rod. I'm like, I look at Jared, I'm like, you see this shit? This ain't good. And so I put it back in there and I shove it all the way back down and I just like kind of
Trying to get it off of there.
jiggle it, you know,
Yeah.
and twist it and it finally comes off. And then
I would shut the rim rod.
the
out.
bull's just like just standing there. I'm like, oh shit. So I get back on him again. I shoot and he don't move. I'm like,
Them
what's
jokers
going
can
on
eat.
here?
They can eat some bullets.
Yeah.
They did. He finally fell though.
That's cool.
The third shot, I shot him 3 times.
I bet getting him out of there was a pain.
That
Oh man,
sucked.
we had no time we got down there was no water.
Oh,
I done took my socks off, and because I was soaking wet,
yeah.
sweat. I was laying under the damn bushes.
It took 2 hours from when I shot the bull for Dad and Brian to make it off the mountain down to us.
I was on a goat trail. Thank God I found a goat trail that went around the
That
mountain.
goes down the sides.
Yes.
And
And it was this wide.
Yeah.
And I was up there like I was drunk, you know, like one of those tests, you know. Like, oh
And
shit.
there's guys that do that every single year.
And I'm gonna die.
Mhm.
This is crazy.
And our camera guy, he got there like 3 hours after I shot the bull. But what's crazy is, remember, he left off the mountain the same time we did to go shoot the bull. So he'd been walking from when we
He
left
just never quit walking.
the top of the mountain for like 4 or 5 hours
We was worried about him.
in
I bet.
Fanatic pants.
We don't have
no
this-
service.
It's not this strenuous up there.
I'm just
White
telling you, when we go hunting with you, we'll do some extreme shit.
Y'all ain't gonna have to go there. It ain't gonna be that bad.
We'll shoot one off hanging off the side of a tree, like Rambo. and shit.
I don't think you'll have to though. I don't think it.
we just want to
It's gonna
impress
be.
you.
Yeah,
We wouldn't know what that's
We
like.
just want to impress you.
you are gonna show up amped up like Rambo.
Yeah, we're gonna show up bandanas on,
It ain't that
like,
serious.
showing
guys.
you our 85-inch bucks we've killed.
Oh no, we just want to impress you. That's all.
Yeah. Hey, you know what we are up there is we're just blue collar guys like anybody
Yeah.
else, and I love the opportunity of letting a guy that's South Arkansas worked his whole life, hardworking American, right? Saved up his money to go up there and hunt on a hunt of a lifetime, and get to go up there and feel comfortable that he's made a relationship with somebody that he can come do it again.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people think that it's a bucket list thing, but it really is not. It's a lot more affordable than what people think if you plan for it.
Well,
you know.
a lot of people don't ever realize that they can. I mean, I guess they watch TV, which TV is the biggest
Right.
joke when it comes to
Yeah.
killing deer, because you know you always see the good moments on TV.
Sure.
You never see the bad moments.
You don't
like-
see the misses. You don't see
Yeah.
the,
especially fishing shows.
Oh, I'm
Oh
telling
my
you.
God! Every
Yeah.
time they go fishing, they catch fish, and you go out and you don't catch nothing.
Yeah. Weekend after weekend.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, oh my God, I'm going through that right now.
Yeah.
But so what does it cost for a family to come up there and spend a week or 3 days? I mean, how's it work?
Yeah. So, and if I get off by $100 or so, that you can go to our website and check it out.
We're gonna
But
price check you.
that's right. Yeah. Price check me, check for a coupon, right?
Yeah. Price match? Can we price match?
Price match. Yeah. Right. Like Walmart. No?
Yeah.
So a rifle hunt is around $3,800.
Okay.
It's about typically what it costs for one guy to come. That does not include his tag. Tag's over the counter. I think it's like $200 or $300.
Okay, so is that $1, $2?
That's $1.
$1.
That's $1. So the way Missouri works is you can kill 2 bucks in the state of Missouri.
But you got to go to another county, or
no? What you have to do is, so prior to rifle season, you can buy an archery tag.
Oh, I got you.
So you could go up there technically before rifle season and kill one with archery tag, and then opening day of rifle season, purchase a rifle tag and kill a second buck.
So
it's by the
So can you buy a archery tag and a rifle tag and kill both of them with your outfit?
Yeah.
Okay,
People do combo hunts all the time.
I got you.
All the time. They'll come in and hunt like the first week of November, like in the rut bow hunting, and then they'll hunt the first week of rifle season.
Do you have a program or discount for coal deer?
No, we don't have discount for coal deer. We try to be pretty strict on that. But at the end of the day, we're looking for maturity. There's a lot of bucks that are out there.
So you don't kill coal deer?
Well, we do, but
is it for the guides or the owners or whatever?
No, man, I wish.
Oh, really?
No, man, I wish. I'm telling you, it is a full-time job.
Well, it's called a job, man.
It is a full-time job.
It's called a job.
That's right.
It's a real job.
It's what it is.
It's a job.
It's a job.
And what's bad about it is what you love to do, you've turned it into work.
It's work, yeah.
Well, it's a job.
And now you look at it different forever.
Can we all agree? Can we all agree the job?
I think it's a job.
It's a job.
It's a job.
It's a job. No, it don't say it's a blast. I mean, when you see
it's a
grown
fun
man,
job.
It's
a fun job.
Yeah. You see, I had a client last year. Lost his dad to cancer. His dad left him a really nice gun that his grandfather or father had left him. You know, it was an heirloom, and he come up there. He'd never hunted out of state before, and just a good old. He was a logger. He logged, so a good old country boy. And he was kind of nervous. I made friends with him real quick. I look, man, I'm gonna take care of you. And I showed him a picture of this deer on this farm, and took him in there. It was cold. Second day, he didn't see a single deer the first day. And he's done watched all these TV shows where they come out, 30 at a time.
It's hard. It's hard to compete with that.
And I was like, look, most of the time where the big ones are, the other ones aren't,
That's right.
And he ended up killing I think it was a 163-inch mainframe, typical 12
With that gun?
With that gun.
That's sweet.
Man, we found that deer. We didn't find no blood. We circled around down this ravine and found that deer. And, man, he started crying. He said, man, this has been the most unbelievable experience of my life. And, dude, it hit me. And I've been doing it 4 years now, going on 5 years. I'm like, that's what it's about.
Well,
he's watched this on TV his whole life, and here, we take it for granted. I get to go up there and mess with it every year.
Well, you get to experience their emotions.
Oh, it was incredible. It was incredible to get to allow somebody else the opportunity to experience that.
That is awesome.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's
very rewarding.
It's a whole nother experience on top of it.
It is, man. There's something about the outdoors, and that's what God put in us men, man, to want to kill, be alphas, and you go out there and you figure that deer out.
I wish everybody would.
Because
I know,
it's a game of strategy.
It is.
I mean, you got to play every factor of the hunt, and you got to plan for it.
Yeah.
And it still fails.
Most of the time you lose.
90% of the time.
That's right. But that 10% is so worth all that hard work.
It makes a whole season worth it.
It does.
I enjoy hunting and fishing, especially in non-cell phone service areas.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of that up there.
So Missouri bucks.
Yeah.
The genetics, right? So they're bigger bodied deer.
Sure.
A lot of it you say is, the food source, crops, agriculture. But what I've been hearing from a lot of people, and even with fish, I've heard this, is the soil.
It is the soil. You go up there and they turn a disc across a field, it's black. It is, the soil is so rich up there. I can't tell you how many clover plots that we plant, and we don't even hardly put any fertilizer in them.
That's awesome. It's going right to the antlers.
It is. It goes straight to it.
Yeah.
And you think it helps them grow bigger antlers better because they're able to just stay healthy?
Yeah, I really do. I think that soil enables them to survive those harsh winters because they get some really bad winters up there.
I mean, you are what you eat.
That's right.
I just ate a bag of Cheetos and a honey bun, and I feel like crap.
Right.
So
should have ate a salad.
I should have ate a salad.
Yeah, salad, you'd be geared up, ready to rock and roll.
Right.
So, I mean, it makes sense and everything.
Sure.
In life,
Sure. And that's why, like Arkansas, anywhere, any southern state with pine plantations, there's so much acidity in the soil.
I know.
There's no nutrients, you've got natural habitat, but it's not enough protein to get them healthy to create that large.
For those trophy deer.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why you see bigger ones like along Mississippi River and some of these bigger counties.
And also too, I think that's what feeds the hunting clubs down in our area. There's so many people hunting.
Yeah.
They're looking for volume.
Mm-hmm.
They're not necessarily looking for quality.
Yeah.
And I think a trophy down here, South Arkansas, is age. You know, if you're able
Absolutely.
to get on and kill, especially with a bow, a 5.5, 6.5-year-old deer, you've accomplished something.
Absolutely.
I killed a nice buck last year, and it was on our
Why are y'all laughing?
Why are you smiling at me?
because it wasn't nice. I tried. Well, what it was, my wife was hunting, my son was hunting, you know, and I was hunting, and no, Mama was at the house.
Yeah, but you were texting her though.
That's how we got a big buck. We got these live cameras, right? So she's watching it, and so she's texting B Scott like, "Hey, your dad's on a nice buck, whatever." I thought he was a nice buck. I really did. It doesn't. I don't know if I'm just got lost in Arkansas. The body was so small or something. It doesn't mess me up, right? So I'm thinking, oh my God, I got a thing 130, 140 down here in South Arkansas. That is a big buck.
Yeah.
Boom.
So I shot it, and we tracked it down, and it was not a good buck.
It shrunk really quick.
It was terrible.
You know, like when you walk up, like your blood trailing it. It's a good, healthy blood trail from the shot all the way to the deer. You're like, oh yeah, he's down.
Yeah.
And then you walk up and you're like, oh, this is wrong blood trail.
I didn't shoot this deer.
Somebody else shot this deer.
I've heard that from clients. I didn't shoot this deer.
The dog got on the wrong blood trail.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
What are you doing, buck?
But I mean, it was a good deer. What was it, 16, 15, 16 inches wide?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad deer. South Arkansas wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I mean, every person I showed it to thought it was a massive deer.
Yeah.
You know, but we just came from Illinois.
That's what I'm saying. Once you go up there, it'll ruin you.
Yeah.
You have to.
We came from Illinois. We're like, oh,
Yeah.
this is
You have to
terrible.
come back here and hunt age,
Yeah.
like you said. You
Yeah.
have to hunt a mature deer and not worry about the inches.
Yeah, because it might be a mature deer that only scores 115 inches.
Absolutely. Most
But
of them do.
That's a trophy.
It's a pine cone buck.
But what's really nice about Missouri, and I think everybody should experience it because we experienced it when we
Yeah.
went to Illinois for the first time, is the rut.
Oh,
I mean,
my goodness.
just
Well, what time
watching-
of year?
watching
what time
the
of year is
deer.
that for y'all?
Yeah.
watching the deer.
Well,
Yeah.
they kick it off, typically, the rut, the middle is probably the 7th of November, 6 days prior, 6 days after is what I tell people. But if you get a cold front, a really abnormal cold front towards the 3rd week of October, it will set them on fire.
Yeah.
I have seen incredible deer activity around Halloween. Anytime around the 3rd week of October to about the middle of November is when the rut, I guess you could say. Rifle season we run into a lot. They're already locked down. They're already locked down with does.
Mm-hmm.
And if those does aren't coming out to the food plots or into the open field, you're not going to see them, So it can kind of slow rifle season down a little bit sometimes depending on how it falls, and everybody says off the moon or anything. When we see it peak is that first big cold front toward the end of October, and they start going nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, that's actually gonna be my game plan this year.
Yeah.
That's what I told Dad when he left.
You told me that last year. You said,
I said I will be here the last big cold front in October.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
towards the end of October, the cold front
Yeah.
that always comes through. I will be hanging in a tree here.
Can you do you have to plan it ahead of time, or can y'all kind of leave on a whim?
no, it's all public.
We can leave. It's public, and it's over the counter.
Yeah. That's when you do it, man. When you look at that 5-10 day forecast and it's fixing to be a 20-degree drop and you got a strong north wind, you better get up there.
Yeah,
especially before the rut, because they're gonna be hitting the scrapes.
Yeah.
They're gonna be patternable to some degree.
Yeah. Now, if you're hunting public up there, you're gonna. What I'm sitting here saying, everybody knows, right? So public land is going to get pounded.
It will.
That first week of November. Everybody wants to hunt the first week of November, right? In the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can get away in the middle of the week around the end of October on a cold front, you can wear 'em
Gold.
out. It's gold.
Or even when it's really hot, you can pattern a deer.
Yeah.
You can just pattern a deer.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times
It's just harder walking when it's hot.
it's horrible.
Oh.
Especially on big guys, right?
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm telling you.
Me and a briar
Packing
patch.
in-
Me and a
packing in.
briar patch, we'll get it on.
Yeah, we ain't friends. Me and the Briar Patch ain't
Do,
friends.
do y'all got them damn what
sucks.
are they those things called? Those spore things that stick to you on the bushes. They got two little wands on the end of them. You know what they called, Daniel? I don't know.
We have those big old, I call them horse apples.
Oh, devil something.
Yeah, I know they stick all over your
you
Sika.
can brush. I'm talking about barely brush.
Like
a
a
limb,
kookaburra or something.
and there will
Yes.
be thousands of
Uh-uh.
them embedded in you.
It's devil
No.
something. I'm not sure.
I mean,
That's from the devil.
I couldn't even focus. It was messing up my Sika.
I threw all that. I threw all that camo away.
Yeah.
It was ruined.
Sika?
Yeah, you
Oh.
couldn't when
You
you
probably
pulled
could have
them
sold
out.
it on Facebook or something.
I wouldn't wish it
I
upon
couldn't
you.
even focus. I'd get up in a deer stand and I'd say, okay, I know there's big bucks here. I need to focus. I'm up there picking shit off my damn clothes.
all over me.
bitching to Brandon like, "Hey, dude."
Yeah.
And then I sent him a selfie, and I just got all.
Yeah, that's rough.
All
We
over
try to clean the trail out where the guys don't have to walk through that.
Yeah.
That's another benefit to going with an outfitter.
Yeah, it is.
Too.
It is.
It's Cadillac.
I've been to some bad outfitters too.
Oh, they're everywhere. I mean, the biggest thing is you have to, and this sounds crazy because I love killing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to look past the hunting. It's got to be an experience from beginning to end.
Yeah.
For us as a guy that starts 3:45 in the morning,
Yeah.
getting up, making sure they got a good cup of coffee, hot breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
Then in the evening time, we've got cooks and stuff, cook dinner for them. They can sit out by the fire,
Do a
whatever they're gonna
do a lot of guys bring their families?
Some do. A lot. I see a lot of guys bringing their kids, like their son or their daughter, and a lot of husband and wives hunt together.
Yeah.
So you do see it. It's becoming more and more.
I would definitely bring my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see a lot of
even if she
couples.
wasn't hunting, she'd just hang out.
I like her a little bit.
We have a separate lodge called the Oasis that has. It's basically for that. Like all the couples stay over there.
Yeah.
Because the main lodge, it's just all a bunch of guys. They like to stay up a little bit later and a little bit different setting.
Yeah, hunting stories.
Yeah,
Late at night. The beer hunting stories.
All the 180s they missed.
Yeah,
When it
all
gets
the
past 10
200s.
o'clock and they're halfway into Michelob Ultra,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that 8 point was a 12 point.
Oh yeah, and they seen one yesterday they could have killed, but they wanted to let it walk and let it grow another year.
No, that's worse shit.
But they got 2 arrows missing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, we've seen some stories. We had guys one time said he didn't shoot at a deer. We heard him shoot this client,
Yeah.
and they don't realize we got 12,000 acres with the staff of 20 people. We've got tracking dogs, and we waited after dinner
Yeah.
and went out there to where he was hunting. Took a tracking dog, went right to it. It's a deer. It's a little small 8 point.
Yeah.
And the reason why is he thought he would just say, "Hey,
I didn't shoot.
that wasn't me," because shots are going off
So
everywhere.
he was gonna go ahead. And
He's gonna go hunt the next day.
He's gonna just shoot more than one deer.
Yeah.
And just leave that one dead.
And two, it was under the minimum, so it's up to $1,000 fine. You shoot a deer under the minimum.
Did y'all
Yeah.
kick him out?
Yeah, he was nicely asked to suspend his hunt.
Well, it is what it is. You got rules, right?
It is, and that takes away from the other guy.
It does.
Right.
It
Well, it
does.
wouldn't have been so bad if he didn't try to hide it.
It wouldn't have been bad at all. Like not everybody that shoots a deer under 140 inches gets fined. You may kill a deer that's a 10 point, scores 135, but he's 6-year-old deer. You're not getting fined for that. That's a mature deer, right?
Right.
Those fines or fees, if you will, are put in place to keep the 2-year-old deer protected.
Right.
That's what it's for. It's not to make a guy have to spend money if he shoots the wrong one.
Well, you got good genetics, right? So,
Yeah.
a young deer can look big to a lot of these customers.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
So-
Yeah. I can't tell you how many 125-inch 8 points that are 2-year-olds up there. Tons of them. So
That's massive.
That's
It's
the
crazy.
problem right there.
Yeah.
If you're hunting based off antlers,
Yeah.
you're not really checking the body out.
I think
And sometimes you don't have time.
you don't have time.
Like if it's during a rut, and the buck's necks are all swollen,
Mm-hmm.
a 2.5-year-old can trick you.
Oh,
If
it
he's all
tricks them every
tore-
time.
If he's all
shot
tore up.
I
and-
shot a little buck a couple years ago like that.
I think you're actually on like 5 years in a row. Honestly,
Look, man.
I can
Look, he's
go back
having a
to
good
years.
time.
Look,
okay?
I'm hunting Dallas County. Okay.
And what's funny is it's 3 of us in the lease. You ready?
Yeah.
It's me, Mom, and Dad.
And they try to kick me
And
out.
and he has his management. He gets on his phone and he starts collecting all the game camera pictures. And he has a management hit list, right? And then he has the don't shoots, the shoots, and he breaks it all down.
Is he deemed the one
But
that kills
is the-
coals?
he is the one that breaks it every year,
Well, they're coals though, right?
and he builds a list.
It's different. They're coal bucks.
Ask him how many bucks I got on the wall versus him.
Well, how many you got over the wall over 120?
Well, I'm in Dallas County. Dallas County.
I'm telling you, it's tough. It's tough. And this right here, this conversation we're having is when a guy gets ready to put his wallet out there in front, this is what I think makes a lot of guys hesitant or nervous to go up there and hunt. It's because they feel like, when you get there, if I shoot the wrong deer, like my wife's going to kill me, I've got to pay extra money, and I've already spent $4,000. It's hard to save up $4,000. That's not just hanging around here for a blue collar guy.
That's why. That's why I like to get my wife involved, where she can make mistakes, but she don't make mistakes.
Well, yeah, you messed up there.
She's so disciplined. Way more
She's
disciplined.
Hey, all right, I'll be honest with you. I'm not the most disciplined,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of stuff I pass. I do pass a lot.
It takes time. It's hard to be disciplined down here. You go up there and hunt. I'll say this: you go up there and hunt, and you come back down here, you have a place that you can manage. it'll discipline you.
Yeah.
Because once you have an opportunity up there, most of the time it's a recurring.
I think
thing.
discipline comes from opportunities.
Absolutely.
If you have opportunity after opportunity, you can afford to be disciplined.
Absolutely.
But if you hunt somewhere like here and
Yeah.
you see a 120,
Yeah.
man, it's hard to be disciplined.
Especially if you're like three or 4 weeks straight hunting. I mean, hunt as hard as you can.
Yeah.
And the first deer that you would be somewhat happy with,
yeah.
you're like, you convince yourself. I mean, you'll go through the whole thing. At first, you're like, oh, he's too young. And you're like, well, man, he's so wide.
Yeah. You start pinpointing things that would look good on your wall about that deer.
Is that a 6-inch G2 I see?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you got a 95-inch buck.
100%.
You're like,
if it was a
disappointed.
5-inch G2, it'd pass.
Right. Hey, we've got guys that come up there and they're upfront and honest. They're like, look, man, I've never killed a deer over 100 inches. Here's my checkbook. Here's the money. In the event that I do it, I'm not going to try. Just to let you know, if it's the biggest deer that I've ever killed, I'm going to be happy about it. I understand you run a business. It is what it is.
And that guy, do you put him on that deer?
I don't
save a bigger deer.
No,
Okay.
I would never do that. I treat everybody
Now,
equal.
I do know there's outfitters like that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But look, it goes back to, this is why we're so unique, is we're rednecks.
Yeah.
We're not some big, corporation out of New York that's come down there to make a bunch of money, right? It's a way of life.
We went to an outfitter. It was like
kind of
that.
ironic you said that.
I know.
That-
No names. No names.
No names, but like
Right.
you location wise
Yeah.
and everything. I mean, you got it down.
Yeah, these people were from the city,
Sure.
and you could tell.
Yeah.
And they ran it like a business.
I look at it, I try to run it as a guide. I try to give that guy 5 days like I'd want to be given,
Yeah.
And I've been the guy that's hunted in the hunting clubs. I grew up hunting in South Arkansas, right? If you saw 8-point during rifle season when I was a kid, you was doing something.
Right.
And then to go up there and be blessed to get to experience that. And now it's nothing to see, 20, 30 bucks, right?
Yeah.
Outglassing a cornfield. So I want to give that guy the experience that was given me one day, because I've been there. You work all year long. It's hard to save up $4,000. The economy's terrible. Inflation's up.
That's right.
That's hard to come by, right?
Yeah.
And to get to do that, he may not ever get to do it again.
Are you seeing a downfall in your business?
No.
With where the economy
Man,
is?
rednecks love killing stuff.
Yeah.
These guys, you see these guys that go to these, they'll be broke as a joke, but they will snap finance a $5,000 lift kit and mud tires on their truck, right? It's $50 a week. These guys, they treat hunting the same way. That's their priority.
Well, it's
They're gonna do it.
They're going to do it.
Guys
they're
that
going to
love to fish, they're gonna fish.
They're going to work overtime to make that boat payment. They're going to
Yeah.
do what it takes to
Yeah.
have a good time.
Yep. You're right. You're right.
So it's good for us. But
It's good for us. Absolutely.
That's good for anybody in the outdoor industry.
absolutely.
But I do see the economy. It's hurting a lot of
It,
families.
it is.
It is.
It's harder than ever though to go do those kind of things.
Yeah.
With just the fact of inflation getting there, the food, what
It's
it
tough.
costs.
It's the confidence of everything's going to be okay.
It's tough.
And you're right though, especially with it being election year, it's hard for somebody to convince their wives.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna spend $4,000 right here.
Yeah.
Knowing that, say you might only have 5.
See, my wife thinks I'm stupid anyway, right? So
Yeah.
she's just normal.
she's used to that.
I say something stupid, she's like, okay, let's do it.
Well, this is what I tell guys to do. Now there's some guys that it's not a big deal to stroke $4,000 one whack, right?
Right.
But the majority of the hunters are the guy that cannot do that at one time.
Right.
And I tell guys like, look, it is a lot. It's the same amount of money at the end of the day. But if you start in January, you tuck back $300 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Break it up into $100, $75 a week.
I don't know why you guys don't sell like gym membership fees or something.
Well, funny you said that. Not membership fees, but in 2025, probably won't have it ready for this fall. But by turkey season next year, we're going to have it to where you can go on there just like you go to a tire shop.
Yeah.
You can finance them.
Absolutely. Because
Yeah,
And if you
that'd be
pay it off in 100 days, it's 0 interest, same as cash.
absolutely. That's
And it's steered towards the guy that would be one of your best clients, but
Well, you're
he
trying to-
can't afford it.
well, you're trying
Yeah.
to sell the idea to his old lady.
Absolutely. Well, think about
You
it.
gotta make it a
Cost
little.
me-
You gotta
only
make
cost me $100 a month, babe. I can go kill this
just,
buck.
you just gotta make it just a little bit more sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the deal about that. How many times do people spend money crazily on, like, go to the gas station, get dips, cigarettes, beer, coffee shop? You get closer to Little Rock, everybody's going to Starbucks and all these
Energy
other joints.
drinks.
Energy drinks, right? Havoc energy drinks.
Oh yeah,
But
we sell a lot of them.
you don't even realize $50 a week is gone.
I know it.
And here's the pun is your wife won't realize it either.
Well, you can go to Walmart and buy
Yeah.
Q-tips and
Absolutely.
toilet paper.
You can't
for
look.
$100.
You can't drive by Walmart without spending $100.
Dude, that and Target.
You
Y'all
like
have a Target here? No, I don't, but my wife does.
Oh,
Well, you sound like you like Target.
I do not like Target.
Okay.
But what I hate more than anything is curbside pickup.
yeah. Everybody is doing that now?
Man,
The Walmart order your groceries and then you just show up and then just pick it up.
well, here's why they did it. Because old school, right? I'm old school. I make a list. I would make a list and go to the grocery store once a week.
I don't even make a list. I just go.
But you get what you need for the week.
Yeah.
Well, they figured out we can take more of these people's money if we put the convenience while they're still sitting at home in their pajamas on their phone to shop. So they look on there, and what do we do on Amazon? You add stuff you don't even need because it was on sale.
Because how many times you're in the bread aisle and you be like, damn it, I needed Q-tips.
Yeah,
I'm not going back. We're just gonna go without Q-tips.
yeah.
But I mean, for them though, they're gonna go back to the other page. Gonna click Q-tips.
You get half
yeah.
that stuff on Amazon.
Yeah. And too, the fees. Every time you do a curbside pickup, I don't know what it is, but they charge you.
Yeah.
So they're making money, hand over fist on this stuff. I
Yeah.
tell my wife all the time, like, just go in there and get what you need for the week and don't go back.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen.
She goes back.
Oh my goodness, man.
My,
crazy.
My wife loves Amazon.
Amazon, yeah, they got it figured out.
Yeah.
They got the cardboard box factory at your front door.
Oh, it's terrible.
I got about 50. I ain't gonna lie, I got 15 boxes in my back seat right now.
Goodness gracious. Which y'all probably, do y'all sell stuff on Amazon?
No,
It's not. Okay. So
no,
y'all
through the website.
through your
Yeah,
website.
we have our own gear shop that we sell our stuff through. We
That's
want to be like Amazon, though.
You will.
Have his on
Yeah. Havoc's on.
Those guys got it figured out.
for all you need and more.
Yeah. They figured it out a long time ago for sure.
Yeah, it makes it easy for people to buy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, think about the convenience. So, like, nobody wants to be inconvenienced nowadays. Everybody wants it right now.
Yeah.
The impulse buyer is like the new thing.
Yeah,
everybody
everything's
just
like
buys,
that. Even
buys.
hunting, everybody wants to be easier.
It is.
Life's go.
Well, think about it. You go to Outfitter,
Fishing, hunting.
you go to his
it's all-
website, you click apply now, right?
Yeah.
It does not require credit. $50 deposit, anywhere from $50 to $100 a week, automatic draft off your debit card. And by the time November comes, it's fully paid for. You walk up there into a Walmart, or you buy your license, and you hunt a 5-star resort with meals and lodging for 5 days, kill a big deer.
It's definitely nice.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It don't get no more convenient than that.
No.
No, you guys should do that.
Yeah, no, we are. It is in the works right now. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it. But
It'll draw more business to you.
sure. Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. And hopefully towards the guy, that we're marketing after, that hardworking blue collar guy.
So how did you? I mean, what does your wife and kids think about your hunting?
Do they miss you? Because I know you're gone.
Yeah.
Hunting season, you can't be there.
It's tough in the fall. I've been doing it for 5 years now, so she kind of understands, I guess. She still doesn't necessarily like it because I'm gone.
Why don't you like it? Because you're gone.
Because I'm gone.
My wife likes it when I'm gone.
Your wife. Well, see, I've still got young ones. I've got a 13-year-old, a 7 and 5-year-old.
That's right.
So it can be tough,
I got you.
Yeah, she's hands on there.
Yeah.
I've been married 25, 27
Yeah,
years. So
it's different. She does a lot of hard work, man. My wife, a stay-at-home mother, that's an unbelievable
we
job.
want to make sure we tag her in this podcast.
Absolutely. This is brought to you only because you do what you do.
Only because you are who you are,
Yeah.
right?
Without you, baby, I couldn't make it.
Without you doing laundry, I wouldn't be here clothed today.
That's right. Are you sure in hell wouldn't look good?
No, absolutely not.
Matching. No.
But no, it's just. I mean, I've been hunting since I killed my first deer when I was like 7 years old.
Yeah.
That's all I've ever known, and she knew that, going into it. So
Yeah.
She knew who you were.
yeah, she knew.
She knew
Well,
what was
that's
in you.
good.
She could see the killer in your eyes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So do you do you see yourself doing this forever?
You mean guiding?
Guiding? hunting?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I love killing them,
Yeah.
but guiding other hunters is the most rewarding thing. I would rather do that than go kill one myself.
Right.
Honestly, I've experienced a lot of really emotional moments with men and women that would never ever have had that opportunity if not for us giving it to them.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah, it's
You know.
incredible.
Yeah.
You meet all sorts of people from all walks of life, everywhere from Alaska to Florida to Minnesota,
Mm-hmm.
New Jersey, New York. All kinds of people come down and want to experience that. So it's a lot of fun.
So where can they find all the information if they wanted to book a hunt?
Absolutely. You can go to our website. It's Northwest Missouri Bucks and Beards Outfitters.com. It'll list all of our pricing, turkey hunts, shed hunting, predator, whitetail. The number to contact Cody for your booking is on there also on that main page.
So you can find everything you need right there on the website.
Everything you need on there, all the way down to after you book a hunt, your gear list, what we recommend bringing, the time of the year that you're going to be there, and all that stuff. It's all there.
That's awesome. What town are y'all closest to?
Denver, Missouri. It's in Worth County. It's probably about an hour and 45 minutes north of Kansas City.
Awesome.
Definitely put us down for 5 spots.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I don't know.
Here he goes.
Well, no, I just don't know how booked up we are. We're probably already booked. It may be like if you want to rifle, it may be the following fall, but we'll get you in.
Also disappointing.
Just let us know.
Well, I don't know.
You guys gotta get in early.
See that's the deal with the rednecks. Everybody wants to kill, and they want to kill now.
See, I'm impatient.
Well, they want to
I'm
kill.
teaching you discipline right now. You don't even know it.
They want to kill when they leave. They
Yeah.
want to kill when they stop hunting. They're like, all right, well, I didn't have a good season. I got to figure it out.
On the way back. On the way back, though, check your scheduling.
Yeah. No, I will.
Get back with us.
No, we'll make it happen.
Right.
We'll do something.
Absolutely. Is there any water there? Like waterways?
You know, I think that.
Beats guys trying to go fishing.
Well, no. Are you talking about for ducks or for?
No, you're talking about fishing.
For fish.
I don't know. What I'm talking about.
Well, there's ponds everywhere.
I'm just wondering.
But down closer towards central Missouri, I think there's a flyway down there.
We got something we can put a havoc in.
Right. Well, we can put a having a pond, just go around in circles.
Yeah,
That's right. Hey,
we don't care.
Hey, we could do a hunt video where we kill the buck and then we go back, put it in the boat, and drive off.
And just drive to the other side of the pond.
To the other side of the pond, unload it.
Drag it out.
Well, they do that on TV.
The power of editing.
I know they do it on TV, so I don't know why we can't do it.
Yeah. Absolutely, they do.
Yeah.
We even got a guy with a radio voice back there.
We can't kill the deer. Think we can freeze the deer and use it year after year?
The same one.
Yeah,
just break a brow tine or something.
Yeah.
He was fighting this year.
Yeah.
No, we killed that one this year.
Just tell them
Isn't
it's
it the same
genetics.
buck 2017?
Just tell them it's genetics.
The haters would kill us over it.
They'd figure it out.
They'd tear us apart.
That's good publicity.
It is.
Let them hate.
Come on with
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I'd wake up thinking they know, everybody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of hunting shows built on TV with that kind of stuff.
Oh, I guarantee you, all those stock fishing bass ponds.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
The whole time they got me convinced I was going to be a bass fisherman.
Yeah, if you bought that lure, you'd catch a 9-pounder every time you cast.
And how many times you go by the lure?
Oh, every time, man.
Every time.
I'm so gullible.
Yeah.
So gullible.
I am.
My wife tells me that all the time.
You know what's crazy?
She's right.
What I've realized is it's not what you have, it's being where you need to be to catch fish.
Yeah,
That's what I figured. I mean, if you're not in the right area, you're not gonna catch nothing, no matter what you throw.
We just learned that a couple years ago.
That's the same way about killing big bucks.
Yeah.
You can do all the right stuff, have all the right gear, Sitka, right, and be in the wrong place where big bucks just simply aren't.
Hey man, Sitka's good stuff.
It's amazing.
It is good stuff.
It is
I mean, you ever wear it?
Man, I'm not that skinny.
They don't make big Sitka?
They do. They charge big Sitka prices for extra material.
Because you're big. It's not their fault. It's good stuff.
No, my brother-in-law loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah.
Big airplane has big engines.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's why you got to go where big bucks are. Missouri's got big bucks.
They don't charge you extra money because you're big, though. Airplanes.
They make you fight that out.
I don't
when you
know.
squeeze in the seat.
Do we charge more for bigger shirts? Do we?
I think you do. You almost have to, don't you?
Do we?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. But
We're
if we
not
do,
like
we're
that.
sorry.
So we're sorry if we charge you more because you're big.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Hey, just use this as motivation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay skinny, guys. Stay skinny.
If you want to save precious dollars to use it for going to the outfitters and going killing your dream buck, you just need to get skinny and quit wasting your money on oversized clothes.
Just buy a small and stare at it every day.
Yes.
Right? Until you get into a smedium.
Yeah. It's medium.
A schmedium.
That's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Stretch it out. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Older I get, I don't care what I look like. I mean,
Yeah.
I look like Peter Pan out there walking around.
Well, I'll be
I don't
honest with
care.
you. You're in your Jedi outfit right now.
That's my fishing outfit.
I know, dude. You look like a monk.
I don't care. It's my fishing outfit.
Tis the season,
Have
though,
you
right?
caught more fish since you've been wearing it?
I do, and I put my gloves on.
Or the right sunglasses.
That's right. Sunglasses are a big deal.
Hey, I got good tackle. I like it.
Oh man.
Wait till you
us all.
see us in the fall. We'll come out wearing all kinds of stuff
That's funny.
Oh yeah. Because they have new stuff out all the time.
every day, every day. Well, man, we enjoyed it. It was good times.
Absolutely. That's awesome, man. Well, we learned a lot about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go check it out.
Are we gonna get our tags and go hunt with these guys?
I think so.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make it happen. Yeah, for sure.
I think that'd be really cool. Never hunted Missouri. Turkey hunted a little bit, but that's about as far as that's.
We can't really do no trading out. Duck hunting here is really bad. We're going to have to pay. Can you put us on installment plans?
On installment?
Yeah, we want to do the $50 a week, I think.
Put
us in there.
But duck hunting in Arkansas is really bad right now. It was bad last year.
Was it really?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Where do y'all go typically?
We ain't gonna promise a limit. I know that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely getting rougher year by year. It seems like every year for the last 4 years they're like, this is the worst season ever.
Stuff Yard, White River, Black River. I mean, there's a lot of places in Arkansas to hunt. It was bad this year. It was warm.
It's either water temperature or
seems like it gets cold too late.
It does,
doesn't it?
does.
Yeah.
You know, ducks aren't pushing out. I mean, Missouri got more ducks than we do.
Yeah. There's a lot of ducks up there. I mean, you get in the flyway,
yeah, there's way more ducks.
Absolutely.
But so we'll definitely have to pay our way.
Right.
Yeah.
Know?
But hopefully we can't put you on a turkey either, so good luck. If you kill an Arkansas turkey, you know.
Oh, I know.
You don't got the right guys.
Yeah, turkeys is something in abundance up there. They're a nuisance up there. So
yeah, you kill a turkey here, you're
a stud.
Yeah.
You kill a turkey.
That's what I hear.
You can kill a turkey anywhere.
That's what I hear.
Triathlete. It's pretty serious.
You gotta get in the blind, deer hunt them, deer hunt them.
I think the people that hunt them do a lot of unique hunting too. They neek in and they neek out, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that do kill them here, that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Because you're in a hunting club, 800 acres, trying to kill a turkey. South Arkansas, it probably ain't gonna happen.
And there's normally about 4 or 5 folks
hunting the same bird. If that bird does open its mouth,
it's like, phew.
It's like everybody's like, "Oh, did you hear that?"
I hear a bird gobble. Like, shut up.
Yeah, please stop.
Shut up.
I know where you are. Let's keep.
No, my lucky gobbles 25 times. Like, oh, thanks.
And how many people stop? Meow, meow, meow,
meow. You hear it all around you.
And the crow calling.
Shit.
The crow calling.
Turkey season goes up. He probably won't gobble because he's heard every call Walmart sells.
There's 75 owls out here.
At 1 o'clock.
All different breeds of hoot owl.
Like, damn it, hoot owls are everywhere.
That's crazy. That's how it is, though, man. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
Thought this was really awesome. I think we'll do a lot more stuff in the future.
Absolutely. Yeah.
This was brought to you by Havoc Bows. Hey, you know Otis, don't you?
Otis Lambright?
Yeah.
Yeah. Arkansas Bowhunter Association. He's the vice president.
Yeah.
He's a good friend of mine. Yeah.
We had him on here with the Arkansas Bowhunter Association. He actually sent me something. He has an event coming up.
I guess he's watching a podcast or something.
Aren't y'all going to be a part of that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Aren't y'all like giving away something?
Yeah, so he sent it to me. It's the Arkansas Bowhunters Association, along with Whitetails Unlimited, is having our first annual fall banquet in September.
Awesome.
So it's going to be a pretty big deal. They're going to bring a whole bunch of stuff in. We're actually giving a boat away.
Wow.
So you can go by there, get a Havoc boat.
Giving a boat away. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet. And there's going to be tons of stuff. Rifles, shotguns.
What do you got to do to get in on that? You go to a website or something? Or?
Yeah, so I think it's on their website when it's going to be. I know it's in September. It says September 14th at 6 p.m. It's going to be, hey, we'll put it in the description, but it says first, what is that? Pentecostal Church, 1401 Calvary Road, North Little Rock, Arkansas, 72116.
Yeah, we'll get all the details up on the podcast.
Absolutely. September 14th. If y'all are in the area or you want to stop by and check that out, have a chance to win a Havoc boat.
What kind of boat is it? What model?
It's a VJST.
Question. Oh, nice. Yeah. That's awesome.
That'd be good.
Oh, it's gonna be sweet. Be a good event too. A lot of good people around.
Yeah.
Bow hunters, turkey hunters.
Good networking.
Absolutely. Y'all come check it out. And man, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And if there's anything you want to see, leave a comment down below. And we'll catch you on the next one.